Jeff Hammond.
Mike, everybody keeps talking about how do these guys keep getting busted for speeding? Don't they have speedometers in the car? No, they don't. They use a tachometer. This time, they've got a new style tachometer. You can see here, coming down at 4,500 RPM or 45 miles an hour, you can see it's about 4,900 in second gear. This is showing green. That means you're safe. If you go any further, all of a sudden it goes red. That's what you've got to be looking for. You back it back down and you keep it in the green, you've got no problem with NASCAR. But as soon as it goes red, you're busted. A lot of these guys are missing it that easy. NASCAR gives you 5 miles an hour as a buffer. You go 1/1000th of a second over, you're in trouble.
Thanks, Jeff. Good point. And Kyle Busch apologized to his crew, saying in his rush to get onto pit road, he locked up the brake, didn't scrub off enough speed, and that's why he was too fast entering.
Well, we pointed out earlier, it's a very difficult pit road to get onto, and so when you do get onto it, you have a very short distance to get to pit road speed.
Caution, car in the wall, turn number 2. And there it is. That is Kevin Conway, who brought out the first caution of the day back at lap number 3.
That's a huge break for everybody except Jeff Gordon and Jimmie Johnson, because he was about to put Joey Logano, Mark Martin, Clint Boyer a lap down.
We'd have had about 5 or 6 cars on the lead lap the way it was going.
But if you remember, Mike, FedEx understanding the race, we always have that last caution with about 30 or 40 laps to go, and here we are, 39 laps to go.
David Rudiman will get the free pass. He is the 12th place car and the first car 1 lap down. Remember 2006, Matt Kenseth led 146 laps here. He was passed on the last lap. It was the only lap the winner led all day. And who was lurking to get Kenseth on the final lap? Jimmie Johnson.
Well, here's another one for you. The last time that Jeff Gordon led the most laps in a race, Jimmie Johnson won 3 out of the 4 of those races.
Well, what I do know, everyone should come to pit road, because we're going to get a restart here with between 30 and 35 laps to go. I think everybody will get 4 tires because we don't have that many cars on the lead lap, and pit road will not be very busy. Oh, the first time when they open it for the lap down cars, it's going to be very congested.
And 4 tires are so good. I think if you leave with 2 or no tires, that's going to be a very temporary gain.
Well, it is. You know, we don't have that many laps on these tires, but where it'll bite you is later on in this run.
That's temporary insanity right there.
What hotel is that playing at?
Welcome to Hotel Insanity. It's down there in the infield.
I think our crew is staying there.
Pit.
Oh, a little bit of a feint, but never mind. Here come the leaders. Krista.
And the call is for 4 tires for the 48. Jimmie saying his run started off good, got a little bit tight. They're going to raise that bar a round and a half. Jack now said, here we go, boys. Steve?
Well, Krista, we think this is just 2 tires for Jeff Gordon. Slides to a stop just in a nick of time. Little chassis adjustment. And just 2 tires for Jeff Gordon. Matt.
And Casey Kane has started to lose the nose again. They're going to put a piece of tape on the left front, a packer in the right front, and also the planned right side tires only at this juncture for the 9 of Kane.
Tell you another guy, a new player, 29 car.
2 tires on Kevin Harvick.
Boy, this is going to get interesting.
I don't like this strategy.
We'll find out how good that 24 car is now.
Tighten your belts this time, Larry.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing on Fox is presented by new Pennzoil Ultra with hyper cleansing technology and sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Now any regular footlong is just $5. Any, so hurry in. And by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
Jimmie Johnson has tried everything, and this time he got a run off turn number 2, and going into turn 3, Jeff Gordon said no mas, and Johnson has the lead.
The old slide job to perfection.
But Mike, you're right. That all started down in the middle of 1 and 2, completed in the middle of 3 and 4.
Just 16 laps to go. And Johnson tried everything to loosen Jeff Gordon up coming off turn number 4. Finally got the pass made. But is it over?
Good clean racing. I believe now is when the 4 tires will show how much better they are than the 2.
Now Kevin Harvick came in here as the point standing leader in this Pennzoil Ultra car, unveiled Friday night.
Well, I want to tell you something about Harvick. Jeff Gordon better not let his guard down, because Harvick is a little bit quicker than even Jeff Gordon is right now, and he is closing the gap a tad.
Mark Martin has come up for 4th behind Harvick. Matt Kenseth within stalking range there in 5th.
And we need to add that caution that came up on lap 229 was a huge break for that 17 car, because he was way off sequence. He was going to maybe have to make another pit stop.
And last year's Rookie of the Year, Joey Logano, having a great day in 6th ahead of Tony Stewart. About a second ahead of Smoke sits Logano.
But you know what, with the 48, we're getting the same results with the 48 we got last week. But I've noticed a difference in attitude today on that radio. Chad Knaus and Jimmie Johnson have had a little bit of exchange of words today that I haven't heard in a long time.
Now here's Clint Boyer, who took the restart in 1st place because he did not pit. And those old tires starting to wear on Boyer, who sits in 8th. He may fall victim to Casey Kane, the 9th place car. There's number 9 in position 9.
I'll tell you something else there that's not helping 2 tires right now. The sun is out pretty bright right now. Not a lot of cloud cover.
Well, we talked about it at the top of the show that we were going to end this thing probably in conditions that we started this race, and that's definitely what's happening.
And Greg Biffle has had a great comeback. Yes, he started 7th, but got blocked in his pit and took a late restart in 25th. He's come back into the top 10, 1 spot ahead of this man, Jeff Burton.
Look where the 29 is, Larry.
Burton making his 550th career Sprint Cup start today in a career at NASCAR's top level that began July of 1993 at Loudon, New Hampshire.
And you have to say that last caution was a big break for him, because remember, he had to make that pit stop on lap 181 for what he thought was a loose wheel. He was off sequence and was going to have to make an extra stop.
Carl Edwards in 12th. He is 10 seconds off the lead, running right where he started the day. And David Rudiman 13th. Started 17th. He's about 13 seconds back, and he's got Marcus Ambrose filling up his rearview mirror. There's the Tasmanian, former champion of Australia's Supercar Series.
This is a great day for this 47 car, because what you have to remember, they had engine problems in both of the first 2 races. He had not even finished a race, and here he's working on at least trying to get a top 15.
Yeah, I think all they needed was not any bad luck. They didn't have to have great luck, just not any bad luck.
And Kyle Busch, who's had an up and down day, he is back in 15th because of having to serve a pit road violation. Drive-through penalty at pit road speed.
Yeah, he finished 14th in the first 2 races. He's working on the trifecta, making it 3 in a row. Not what he wants, though.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. was strong in the first half of this race and took the wave around, so he is also back on the lead lap, running in 16th. Paul Menard in 17th in the 98.
And you know what? This is another solid day for this 98 car, because he's had top 20 finishes in the first 2 races. He's well up in the top 20 in points. By far his best start.
Denny Hamlin had struggled with a car in the mid-20s most of the day. He started 27th. He's worked his way up to 18th. Both of the Newman-Haas cars started the day well, but Dick Ryan Newman has struggled the second half of this race. He's now in 19th.
Yeah, and the biggest problem for Newman, who started in the 3rd spot, Mike, has been on pit road. In fact, early in the day, Tony Gibson basically chastised the pit crew and told them to get into the game. And when a little while ago I asked him how he had gotten a lap down, Gibson simply pointed to pit road.
Thanks, Dick. Martin Truex Jr., new hire at Michael Waltrip Racing this year. He is currently 20th. And the final car on the lead lap is Cato New York's Regan Smith, running in 21st in the number 78.
And a lot of these are the product of that caution at lap 229. And as you mentioned, Mike, 19 cars took the wave around.
Love that rule. It's a cool deal.
So those are your lead lap cars now with 6 to go.